Welcome to the CLS Weekly Market Review for the week of May 19th, 2014. I'm Scott Kuby. There were some big election results last week. I'm not talking about the exciting results from the Nebraska primary, where two professors and a former financial services employee won primary challenges to move on to the general election in various races. Between you and me, as a former professor and current financial services employee, I'm wondering if I missed my calling. Instead, I'm referring to the convincing win by the BJP in the Indian elections. The victory will likely install the BJP's leader, Narendra Modi, as the next Prime Minister of India. In the last 18 months, there have been at least 3 elections, including India's, which contained all these elements. The first was the December 2012 election, returning Shinzo Abe to the position of Prime Minister after a 5-year absence. Abe is credited with improving the Japanese economy through fiscal stimulus, monetary easing, and structural reforms now referred to as Abenomics. The Japanese stock market, which had lagged prior to the election, responded with a sharp 26.5% increase over the next 6 months in dollar terms. The second election was Matteo Renzi's orchestrating his replacing Enrico Letta as the head of Italy's ruling Democratic Party. Italy's economic performance has been particularly poor. Renzi has an ambitious agenda of political and economic reform designed to improve Italy's attractiveness for business. Italy's stock market reacted differently than Japan's. Italian stocks rose 22% in the 6 months prior to the election. Since the election, markets have slowed and Italian stocks are only up 2.2%. India's situation is similar to Japan and Italy. Modi, currently a state governor, ran on a platform of more effective governance and business-friendly measures designed to improve economic growth. One of the big issues underlying the campaign was the corruption and the slowing effects it had on the economy. Does the election make India a great opportunity? Chasing political results sometimes works, but other times the benefits accrue to investors far before the election results are published. Indian markets were up over 22% in the 6 months prior to the election. At CLS, we counsel investors to avoid getting too wrapped up in politics when it comes to investing. Chasing international markets may leave the investor hopping into a market long after other investors have reaped the rewards. While we watch the political situation in countries carefully, our core focus is on business fundamentals and valuations. We never want to get too positive or too negative on a country's stock market just because of a change in political leadership. Nice. Not that I don't appreciate it, guys, but President might be a bit out of reach. Now, Congressman Kuby, that has a nice ring to it. I could be on C-SPAN. I'm Scott Kuby, and I approve this message.